Well, good morning to my faithful followers. We're trying something different. I had an appointment today that caused my schedule to change, and so I'm recording this via mobile, enjoying a wonderful day, a beautiful day out. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lewis, and this is our daily encouragement channel, where what we try to do is exactly that: provide daily encouragement through a verse or two in the Bible or a story or something to kind of help you to get through your day. Today, the verse we're going to go with is Hebrews 11:1. And sorry, I keep saying 11:1, 12:1, which just says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Ironically, I'm taking a long walk across our beautiful campus. Right now I'm by a pond, taking a long way back from one building to the other. They have shuttle services, but I wanted to enjoy, breathe in the fresh air, get some steps in, stuff like that. But you notice the verse said, "Wherefore, seeing we also." Well, anytime you see a wherefore or a therefore, you want to see why it's there. It's usually referencing something that came before it. It's a conclusion of either an argument or a presentation. If I said, "Today is the warmest day ever," and you'd say, "Based on what?" And I'd say, "Well, I looked at the calendar of days and I checked to see what the temperature was on those other days. Then I checked today's temperature. I compared them and found out today's temperature was higher than the other ones. Therefore, or wherefore, I can say today is the warmest day ever." Silly illustration, but it's what we're supposed to do. So the Bible says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses." Well, what's chapter 11? We've mentioned it before when I did a video with my daughter Emmy, that chapter 11 of Hebrews is known as the Hall of Faith. It is a testimonial of God working through people throughout the Old Testament. And so you see that, you get told about how they, through faith, were able to accomplish great and wonderful things. So now, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about so great a cloud of witnesses, it says, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us. And this is actually one of the reasons why I brought up this verse, because it was kind of humorous to me. I was actually thinking, how am I going to do my video for today to encourage the people to take the time to watch my channel? I said, I don't have enough space on my phone to record this. I said, man, I got to get rid of some of the stuff on my phone. You notice, you know what I ended up getting rid of? It was a bunch of applications I'd gotten either for the kids when I first got my phone so they could play on it, or different apps I was going to use. I ended up finding I didn't need it because I got better apps. Wasn't anything bad, wasn't anything horrible, just was a weight. It was storage space that I needed to get back. That's the idea. When you see the Bible says, lay aside every weight, it's the idea of those things that prevent you from running at your best, from performing at your best. What are the things in your life that are causing you conflict like that? Maybe it's friendships or other relationships that they're not bad, but they're not making you better. They're letting you remain stagnant, letting you remain the status quo. And you're like, I want to grow in my relationship with God. I want to be better. So lay that aside. You know, there have been times where I felt like I had friends like that. And if I'm transparent, at times in life, I may have been the person to somebody else that I was their weight. And in order for that person to succeed, in order for me to succeed and to improve in my Christian life, they had to be to the side until maybe they grew, or till I grew, until I got better in my walk, and I can be more of an encouragement, more of a help, more of a blessing. So lay aside the weight, and then the sin that does so easily beset us. I think that's a key idea. It's the stuff you know you're going to struggle with. It's almost like, if you know you're going to struggle with it, why put yourself in a position to struggle with it? People that know me know diabetic. Got to watch my sugar intake, and it can be difficult. So you know what I don't do? Maybe don't go hanging out at the ice cream shop every week. Now it's tough when I have kids that I want to take and let them get an ice cream or something like that. And that's the stuff that's just that easy. Come on, don't put yourself in that position. Well, you know what? Some of us probably have, I don't want to call them pet sins, but there are things that we deal with and we struggle with. And we let those things slow us down. We let those things bother us. They're the things that beset us. That's why the Bible says, don't let them bother you. Don't let them slow you down in your race. Don't let those be the things that prevent you from improving on your walk and increasing in your faith. See, the example is given of a race. If you've watched anybody do a race, a marathon, short race, whatever, you notice they don't wear bulky clothes. The professionals, as they get better, the shoes get lighter. The clothing that they wear is more aerodynamic for the cause. It prevents the idea of slowing down. Now, what is that for you? I mean, it could be anything. And you want to make sure you prevent whatever would cause you issues. The last part you want to be aware of, the last part you got to be cognitive of, is let us run with patience the race that is set before us. First off, it's very hard to tell someone to be patient when you're running a race. I know this weekend, our pastor and his daughter are running a race. And when you get to the first marker that you have, you're like, oh man, maybe something's cramping up. Maybe the breathing's getting heavy. Maybe the weather is not perfect for you to do this. Second marker comes up, third marker, you keep going. And what you have to do is tell yourself, I'm almost there. I'm a step closer. I'm going along, and it's there. As going through the Christian life, it's easy to get discouraged and be like, why is this not happening for me? Or why is this happening the way it's happening? And you have to trust that God has a reason and a purpose. And He's wanting you to not only run with patience, realize it's set before you. This is your course. This is what you're supposed to be doing. It's easy to look and see, man, he's got it easy. She's got it easy. Why do I have to have it so rough? There's a reason behind it. Maybe the difficulty you're going through so that you can be an encouragement to someone else later on down the line. Maybe the difficulty that you're struggling with is so that you can be a witness and a testimony to somebody else. Maybe what you're going through now that seems so bad is going to prepare you for what's coming in the future for yourself. And because you dealt with this the first time, now you're ready for it the second time. Either which way, run with patience your race. I can't have somebody run my race. Neither can you. You got to run your race. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. And you know what's the best part about that? A lot of those witnesses, if not all of them, depending on your viewpoint, they're cheering for you. They're trying to encourage you. They're trying to help you out. That's why we need to be there for each other. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to sit and encourage one another. That's why it says, let no evil communication, no corrupt communication is the word it says, proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good for the use of edifying, lifting up, encouraging. Anywho, I see I'm at my 10-minute mark, so I don't want to hold you guys any longer. And like I said, I'm trying something new. And in case you haven't noticed, I've arrived at my workplace. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Hopefully it's been an encouragement to you. Until the next time, God bless.